Cyril Mayor Abelyar from 3 Edang 6P, a third-year Bachelor of Education major in English student. I am taking up a course of Edu 111 or Field Study 1. My professor is Mr. Amado D. Pebres, and this video is my narrative report for his course. Today, we still experience staying at home because of the pandemic. There are no face-to-face classes, and an alternative to having an observation in this course is through an online observation. It became smooth and successful because our professor provides all the necessary learning materials that we need. Also, it has a follow-up activity for the students to internalize and absorb the thing that we learned from what we had observed. The field study is an educational strategy, which makes the educational process more dynamic. It helps the students to work in real circumstances and to create aptitudes, competencies, and positive demeanors through activation of their existing ones. Field Study 1 is planned to assist the field study students to confirm the behavior of the child within the real learning environment. It is an outline to recognize appropriate approaches to encourage learning considering the learner's diverse stages of development and social environment. Field Study 1 course has 6 episodes for the future educator to venture on. The field study episodes are the guide on how to get closer to the destination, which is becoming an effective teacher. Episode 1: The School as a Learning Environment. This episode teaches the field study student to be competent in determining a school environment that provides social, psychological, and physical environment of learning. The peace concept in focus is building friendship. Episode 2: The Learner's Characteristics and Needs. This episode teaches us to have proficiency in differentiating the characters and needs of the students from various developmental levels. The competencies in this episode are differentiating learners of varied characteristics and needs. The peace concept in focus is valuing diversity. Episode 3: Classroom Management and Learning. This episode teaches us to have an ability in managing time based on the resources of the students. Also, it will help us to gain competence in managing time, space, and resources to provide an environment appropriate to the learners and conducive for learning. The peace concept in focus is inclusivity. Episode 4: Individual Differences and Learners' Interaction. Focuses on different gender, racial, and religious problems. This episode teaches the field study student to gain competence in determining, understanding, and accepting the learner's diverse backgrounds. It helps us to recognize the multicultural backgrounds of learners when providing activities. The peace concept in focus is sameness in differences. Episode 5: Individual Differences and Learners' Interaction. Focuses on different levels of abilities. This episode teaches us to gain competence in determining approaches and techniques considering the learner's different levels of abilities. Also, in relating the learner's background to their performance in the classroom. The peace concept in focus is unity in diversity. Episode 6: Home-School Link. This episode teaches us to gain proficiency in identifying and describing the influencing factors of the whole environment that give back students' learning. Also, it reflects on the impact of home and family life to learning. The peace concept in focus is interdependence and cooperation. The field study experience is geared towards exactly this. to give field study students the opportunity to learn through meaningful and systematic exposure in actual settings. Giving a wide array of activities and opportunities in the field will help us actualize that theories into practice. Through the 6 field study courses, we will have repeated exposure and practice in reflective teaching. The end goal is for us to absorb reflective teaching that it becomes second nature to us.